Welcome, race fans! Tonight, Manning Electric Super Speedway Series takes on Talladega for their first round of 12 here. We'll do a rundown here real quick, show you the top 12 that are coming into tonight. There you go. You can see Tiller, Levine, Green, Johnson, Russell, Warren, Buck, Burton, Harrington, Holloway, Jackson, and Kinsler. So that is your top 12. Now they got this week and next week for the top 12. Then it'll be eliminated down to the 8. And once it gets to the 8, they'll have one race there, and I can't remember where that's at. I think it might be Talladega again. But then it'll drop to 4 for the final race of the season. So we're only counting tonight 4 races away from the final for the season. So they've got a lot of drivers got a lot of work to do out here, and you'll notice when we get there that some of the drivers have a P beside their name, which means they are in the playoff. So you'll see that here in just a minute as we get down to it. But that is the rundown right there of the bracket coming into tonight. That's your top 12. All right, MaxSpeedTV doesn't have anything else following us here tonight, but tomorrow night we do have the Laura Xfinity Series, followed by the Ohio IndyCar. I believe they have something going on, but I'm not really 100% sure on that. But that is on tap for tomorrow night. All right, checking out the weather here, 77-degree air temperature, 101-degree track temperature. They're going to be doing 75 laps here. That's 200 miles. Tire window, they could actually make it the whole way on one set of tires, but it kind of gets a little hairy out there, you know, driving like that. Fuel window, now those they're actually a little bit more than that. They'll probably get about 50 laps on a tank of fuel. Right thereabouts 45 to 50, and pit road speed is 55 miles an hour. So that is your rundown. And they do have one reset here tonight. Only one gimme. And it's going to be exciting. But I got Dwayne in the booth with me here. Dwayne, you got a copy? Man, I'm telling you, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, Rudy. And this is what these guys have worked all season for, to get into the playoffs. These top 12 drivers, those are the ones you want to keep an eye on because they've got everything to lose or gain tonight. So it should be very exciting to watch.
Yes, sir. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Donald, BizBike, Seth, trying to catch everybody there that's in chat. Skittles. So, but we got about coming down to 3 minutes here until qualifying starts. So, and right now we have Kevin Spencer at the top of the leaderboard, but he is not in the chase. Eric Green, second there, is in the chase. Holloway, third. Brown, fourth. Kinsler, that is your top 5. Tiller, Beaver, McWhirter, Harrington, and Reiter in the top 10. We still got some chase drivers that did not show here tonight, which is kind of odd, but yeah, we didn't see TJ Buck. And that's kind of shocking that we're not seeing him in here, Dwayne.
Yeah, I mean, he was high in the points before the chase started. Yeah. I would imagine he'd be here. Hopefully he's got a few more minutes if he's going to make it. Hopefully he can get here.
And who was the other one you said didn't make it? There was 2 of them you said didn't make it.
Yeah, the other one was Joseph Burton, but it does look like that he has...
yeah. Jody.
He's actually showed up. So
yeah, Jody Burton. So... Okay. Very good, very good. Hey, it's going good here, Randy. Yep, going good. Doing all right. Yeah, Matt Johnson was going to help tonight, but he's coming down with this like a cold thing that. Well, Dwayne, you've been through it for the last couple of weeks, so you know what he's feeling like right now. He's just sore throat and not feeling good. And
Yeah, we hope he gets better soon. I got my tea here. I'm ready to go. So, yeah, we hope Matt gets well soon and get back up here in the booths.
Yes, sir. But Dwayne stepping in tonight. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it very much. You helping out. Pretty awesome.
Not a problem. Glad to do it.
Well, folks, you can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com. Follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Our full schedule is up on our website, and we do keep that. I keep that up to date every day. I change it and make sure that it is up to date. So head there and see the full schedule here, what's on tap on MaxSpeedTV, because we do broadcast 7 nights a week. Always some good racing. Anything. I mean, we run trucks, cars, Gen 6, B car, Ohio IndyCar League runs the Indy cars. I think somebody's got a dirt one that they're doing now. So we've got pretty much about everything. So, all right, folks, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying underway.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back, folks, and qualifying is underway. Waiting on the first times to come in here. Haven't had a time yet.
Yeah, and you're going to see slow first laps compared to what they were practicing, because they're going to be out there up against the wall for their first lap to get those engines heated up, and then you'll see them come move to the bottom for their second lap and get a faster time.
There we got somebody turned in a time, Justin Levine. Brian Neal's to the top of the leaderboard. Daniel Holloway. Going to change up here for quite a while, and like I said, folks, you'll see a P next to the playoff drivers. I think we got all but one playoff driver in here. TJ Buck is not in the server, didn't make it tonight. Unless he could make it in here in the next 2 minutes, doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it tonight. A lot of drivers not taking the qualifying time. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I think they're content to see how it folds out.
Yeah. We're probably looking at one pit stop. If it was to go green all the way, it'd be one pit stop. I'd see the drivers kind of cut that in half, maybe pit around lap 37 or 38 or something to kind of cut that in half. Maybe stop and take right side tires and get off the pit road quick, or well, you got to fill up with fuel. You might as well take all four. Only going to cost you another couple of seconds.
Yeah, if it's under green, most likely you're not going to see anybody take any tires. But under caution conditions, not a bad idea.
Chris Brown to the top. Taking over the pole position for now. And that's a nice looking truck right there. That's our pole sitter right there, Chris Brown in the Tide Ride. Nice looking truck. Matt Kleinschmidt. Well, looks like he's not going to take a time here. Not going on. EJ O'Leary, Ed Hewitt coming in 11th on the leaderboard.
Makes you wonder if some of these guys who aren't taking times, if their strategy is just kind of hang out to the back of the pack for the first few laps and let this thing sort out and go from there.
And that's not a bad thing at all. Not a bad thing at all. That's what I'd do too. So
yeah, definitely guys to keep an eye on tonight. Scott Warren, Jody Burton, and Dan Harrington. They did not do qualifying time, so they're starting in the back. But I have a feeling they'll be up front before the night's over.
All right, Chris Brown taking the pole with a 53.705. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Tyler McWhirter in second. He will start second here. I lost my way. Where the heck? Forgot. Where is stuff? Wait a minute. Here we go. Sorry. All right. Chris Brown and Tyler McWhirter. Okay, Justin Levine's third. Chase Galvin will start fourth. Ed Manning fifth. Steven Hertzberg will start sixth place. Daniel Jackson seventh. Mark Johnson eighth place. Chris Akers will start ninth, and Eric Green rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Ed Hewitt's going to be 11th. Alexander Russell's coming in 12th. Harry Tiller is in 13th. Alex Kinsler, thank you, is going to be 14th. Brian Niels, 15th. Danny Holloway is going to be 16th. PJ O'Leary, he is starting 17th. 18, I have Matt Kleinschmidt, and 19th is going to be Seth Ryder, and Jonathan Platt is going to round out the top 20.
All right, Kevin Spencer, 21st. Scott Warren, 22nd. Trenton Johnson, 23rd. Jody Burton, 24th. Daniel Harrington in 25th. Mitch Beaver, 26th. We got wound up getting 26 drivers in there. Amazing.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of strategies play out tonight. Guys trying to head to the front, guys trying to head to the back to get up with teammates. Should be an interesting start on the get-go here.
Yes, sir. A little warm out there today, 101 degree track temperature. Could come into play a little bit. Might be a little slick, so going to have to kind of keep an eye on that. Making those tires heat up pretty quick and making them slick on the track.
And if we get any cooling, that's going to give these guys a little bit more grip. We might see a little bit more of confidence in trying to make 3 wide moves. Hopefully they can keep it toned down for the first few laps here. Last thing we want is a caution field race.
That's right. All right, Chris Brown in the number 12 Tide Ride. Going to bring him to the green here. Get out of turn 4. Pace car will head to pit road, and they'll have to go all the way around that tri-oval before they get the green flag. The start-finish line is actually just past pit road exit. So a little ways around yet before they do get the green flag. Pace car is making that hard left turn slowly. Everybody's starting to tighten the field up a little bit here, giving a little room though, but going to take a lot of patience here to because it is so hard to pass.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of patience.
Green, green, green.
All right, green, green, green. We're underway here at Talladega tonight, folks, for the first race of the 12 contender. I don't know what you'd want to call it. The playoff round, I guess, is what they're calling it. So the playoff round. And a pretty good start there by our leader as they get all caught up here. Justin Levine tucking right up under the bumper there of Chris Brown. Ed Manning already into third, picking up a couple positions.
And little issues in the back. Jonathan Platt, he did not get a good start. He's fallen all the way back to the end of the tail of the line.
Ooh, that's not good. You're going to lose. Yeah, you're going to lose everything back there, draft and everything. Don't want to be doing that. Daniel Jackson into fourth. Looking to the high side there. Ted Manning looking to try to get the lead. Points still on the line at the moment here because you do kind of want to be in that top.
They are 3 wide.
Want to be in that top 8 at the end of next week. So to go on to the next round. Keeping an eye on Chris Akers now into 4th place.
Yeah, Tyler McWhirter, he had a moment. They went 3 wide on him, and he got into the wall, but he's saved it, and he's now trying to get back in line.
Ed Hewitt up to 3rd. Already coming up to 3rd from starting 11th. Big move.
And Chris Akers is now the guy, the odd man out on the outside by himself.
Yes, he is, and he always seems to be the guy that gets hung out there. Nobody wants to work with that poor guy. I'll tell you, he's one heck of a good racer, too. He'll push you to the front, and it seems like everybody dumps him off once he gets him there. Mark Johnson in 11th. One of the chase drivers. Alex Kinsler, another one. Eric Green. Chase drivers are starting to get to the top here, but one that's not is Jody Burton, which is at the tail end of this lap, and he is starting to lose that draft.
Yeah, I think Jody is just kind of hanging out, waiting for some of these guys, see how it's going to play out, and he's probably just waiting for about 10 to 15 more laps before he decides to start moving up through there, see how it shakes out.
And Justin Levine just led his first lap of the race. Now Daniel Jackson on the outside, both of them chase drivers. Ed Manning gets mired back to second on the high side.
And Chris Akers, he actually hung in there pretty good. He was able to get back in line. He's moving back up to the front.
Ooh, almost went 3 wide there, and Ted Manning. Oh, they are going 3 wide.
They are.
Holy smokes, boy, that's pretty aggressive for this early.
Very aggressive, but they're making it work. All this at 193 mile an hour.
Yeah, no kidding. Chase Galvin taking them to the high side, working with Chris Akers up there.
Yeah, now that Chris has got somebody to work with, they're moving up in a hurry.
They need somebody else to work with them. They need like 3 or 4 trucks up there to really be fast.
Yeah, they got Steven Hersberg up there, but he's not close enough to really help at the moment.
Yep, stuck right in the middle here. Eric Green. Always see him doing that. He always kind of like gets right in the middle somewhere, and but that's a good place to be right now. This is it's being patient. He's showing a lot of patience. Back behind him a little ways, Steven Hersberg. Steven trying to hang on to the draft. Daniel Holloway gets shuffled back a little ways. He's back to 15th. He was kind of up almost into the top 10 there once, but he needs a little help from behind right now.
Yeah, and you got to be careful when you duck out there like that. Chase Galvin went from 4th to 13th.
Yep. Daniel Jackson now on the low side. Wow, guys shuffling in, doing a little rearranging of the order back there. Harry Tiller took it to the bottom. He started 13th, running in 13th, just ahead of Daniel Holloway. Might see them two get hooked up and try to work their way to the front. Oh, somebody just hit the wall. Chase Galvin did brush the wall right there in the tri-oval.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's hurt him all that much. Looks like he should be good.
And Ted Manning to the lead. He's already led a couple of laps, but he drops it down in front of Daniel Jackson and takes the lead. So we're getting a lot of bonus points added up here tonight. A lot of guys, taking those bonus points.
Yeah, Mark Johnson wants to get his name on that list too.
Yes, sir. Coming from 8th. Chris Brown coming, was our pole setter, excuse me, and he finds himself back in 7th. He led the first couple of laps, and that was it. He got 8 for breakfast. These guys didn't waste no time getting around Chris Brown. Brian Neals coming from 15th to 8th. A lot of guys in the back are starting to work their way closer to the front. Harry Tiller going into 9th. He passes up Ed Hewitt. Oh, and there they go. Oh, my gosh. Oh, we got a pileup. And I believe that was the 17, if I can find him, or the 77. Brian
It was a
Neals.
77. Looks like Harry Tiller tried to make it 3 wide, and they closed the door on him.
Oh, man. Let's go back and take a look at this. All right. All right, I'm on Brian Neals here. And let's see what happens here. Yeah, Harry Tiller goes up the middle and bounces off of Brian Neals right there and sends Brian around. Harry's going to get a piece of the action. Also, Chris Brown, the 26, that is Chase Galvin. He's going to get into the wall. A lot of guys are going to get tore up by that.
Yeah, good thing they've got a reset.
Oh,
I hate
yeah,
to use it
definitely.
this early, though.
Oh, gosh, no. I mean, if I could find Harry Tiller. There he is. Yeah, he gets tore up pretty bad. A lot of guys are locking it down, trying to avoid it, but it's just like there's just nowhere for them to go, and guys are getting into each other. Oh, wow. Well, I hate to see it, but that's going to put a lot of guys heading to pit road here to get them cars looked at. Ted Manning bringing them all in.
So much for patience, huh?
Yep. Everybody coming in. We might have had, we got a couple that stayed out. Daniel Jackson, P.J. O'Leary, and Jody Burton. Those 3 stayed out. And it looked like fuel only stops for pretty much everybody up here.
Yeah, that's not a bad move for those guys. This early in the race, you only got 10 laps in.
Yep.
Tires don't really wear here. So for track position, that's not a bad idea. I probably would have stayed out too.
Now, let me see if I can find... Oh. PJ O'Leary, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, tell me about the pit strategy here, not coming to pit road. What do you think? There's going to be another caution?
Well, I hope it was actually not going to be 2 to go. I was going to fit the next lap, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be another caution. These restrictor plate races are always unpredictable, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have a few more cautions, and once we get one, I'm probably going to come down pit road and just.
Well, we've seen you kind of off the pace there and back. Was that by design? Was that a plan to kind of stay the heck out of everybody's way?
Yeah, I'm not making very many friends in this league, let's just say that. So I think it's just best for me if I just ride in the back, buy my time, and maybe wait to the end of the race to try to make my move if I can. Or yeah, I think. But right now, I'm just laying in the back. I'm just going to buy my time, avoid all the wrecks, and hopefully be there at the end when it counts.
All right, PJ, well, we're going to let you go. Good luck for the rest of the race.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Then probably going to come to pit road. No, I don't see him coming in.
No, it looks like he changed his mind. But
Yep, maybe.
Being in the front is hard to make that call, especially this early in the race. You want that track position, getting back in the back, especially if you're not sure they're, how they're going to be in front of you. I think I'd want to be out front myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of playoff drivers caught up in that. Scott Warren, Alexander Russell, Daniel Holloway, and, of course, Harry Tyler, all involved in that wreck.
Yep. I hate to see him have to use a reset so early. All right, lights are out. We're going green, so get them going this time, Dwayne. Going to be restarting on lap 12.
All right, will do. Yeah, if I'm one of these guys in the back that had to use my reset this early, I'm probably going to let that front pack just go and try to hold back, maybe, back far enough that I can see them, but, stay out of any incidents that may occur, because you just never know. There's probably going to be a couple more, like PJ said there, before this is over.
Right.
I'm wondering if some of these guys are still saving their repair, because I'm still seeing some damage on Daniel Holloway's car. He might not have used it. He might be saving it for later.
And that's not a bad idea. If you got, if he may not be completely up to full speed, but if he can get in the draft, he might be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, pace car is coming off. And they're going to have to wait till they get to the tri-oval before they can take off here. Daniel Jackson bringing them down at 65 miles an hour to the line. Green is out, and they are underway again. Looks like both lines got off to a good start. They're side by side, drag racing into one.
Trenton Johnson from 23rd to 4th. So we are seeing some movement going on. Chris Ackers gets into the back of Ted Manning there, just a little bump. Oh, man. And they're going to try going 3 wide here, it looks like. That's Trent Johnson. Trent Johnson, he's going to go to the high side. Got a little help up there. 3 wide. Justin Levine going along with him. Now, we've seen Justin go 3 wide many a time in the past. He don't mind taking a 3 wide to try to get that lead.
Absolutely. And if he can get some more help up there, they are on their way.
Eric Green, one of the chase drivers, again in the middle here. Seth Ryder. There's Seth. Somebody rooting for him there in chat. Randy Post.
Mark Johnson. Oh, we got a wreck.
Gosh, I think that was Jody Burton. Yes, Jody Burton. Oh, my. Let's go back and see what happened here, folks.
Now, looks like Steven Hersberg got into his outside corner panel, spun him right into the wall.
Oh, my. Oh, you'll have that, though. I mean, it's just, wow. That's what these things are so, the bumper hook on these things are just atrocious. Right there, yeah, he did. Might have been a little bit of net coating, but I think it would have happened regardless. It looks like he just kind of come right down into Jody Burton right there. And Jody going to go for a ride. Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah. And it looks like one of our playoff contenders, Alex Kinsler, he got involved in that as well.
Yep.
He was trying to get slowed up and spun down into the inside retaining wall. He'll have to get that damage fixed for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to... Everybody's trying to dodge, man, him and Ed Hewitt both. Looks like Ed was just locking them down, trying to keep from hitting anybody. Happen to use that reset later, you know. That's the thing. I'd rather take a chance and go to the back of the field than I would to have to use that reset too early.
Absolutely, because this, with the way they're racing right now, I don't think we've seen the end of it.
Nope. Oh, no, they're not afraid to take it 3 wide, I can tell that.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Johnson is scored as our new leader. I do not see him in here, so I guess we can't talk to Mark Johnson. How about Trenton? Yep, Trenton's in here. Maybe we can talk to him. Let's see what he's up to. Trenton Johnson, you got a copy?
And 4.
Well, you were just talking to me about the old MaxSpeedTV jinx. I'm nullifying it right now. There's no jinx on you. So, but
Okay.
what's it feeling like out there right now to go from 23rd to 2nd? What's it feeling like?
A bit of nerves. Other than that, it seems fine.
Okay, now you have not used your reset, correct?
Oh yeah, I done used it since the engine blew up on that first wreck there.
Oh, jeez, oh man. Well, that's going to be a long road to go here, you know, before you maybe try to get a win here. But okay, so what do you got to do? You got anybody you can work with, and somebody, a partner there you can team up with and try to stay in the front?
Nah, I'm just riding solo. Hopefully someone will help me out here up front, but I doubt it.
Oh man. All right, well, wish you the best of luck out there, Trenton. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you at the end.
And 4.
All right, thank you. All right. Mark Johnson and Trenton Johnson. Now Mark's in the chase. Eric Green in 5th, he's in the chase. Alexander Russell, he's in the chase. Dan Harrington, Daniel Holloway, Justin Levine in 13th, Daniel Jackson 14th. These are just the guys that are in the chase here, in the playoffs. Jody Burton, 17th. Harry Tiller, still sitting on pit road in 20th. Alexander Kinsler, if I can catch up with him, he's still sitting on pit road. And Scott Warren, all these guys on pit road.
Yeah, all of them have been involved in incidents. I think they're either trying to save their reset or have already used it,
right,
and just trying to get that damage fixed.
Yeah, I would opt to get the damage fixed and kind of assess it from there. You know, see how the car's gonna, if it's gonna be fast or not, and then you know you can see where you got to go to from there, and save that reset for just as long as you can save it.
Yeah, it looks like Kensler may have had more damage than he thought. He has used his reset, not a lick of damage on the truck now, but he's good to go for the rest of the race, hopefully.
Yeah. I hate that for these guys having to use it so early, but... Well, we still got 60 to go. 60 to go at the line, so long race to go for these guys.
And I got to think Scott Warren, hopefully he's saved his reset, because his truck is, the front end of that thing is pretty much gone.
Wow. Well, banking on maybe another caution here in the next few laps or something.
Yeah.
And maybe if they have a reset left, and they can use it then, and at least it'll be a little closer to the halfway mark of the race instead of using it so early.
Now, we do have some strategy going on right now. Harry Tiller coming down pit road to top off. This might play in if they can get it, get some green flags going here.
Well, thank you there, Malty Apples. Thank you. Yes, sir. All right. Still waiting on the one to go. They have not doubled up yet, so iRacing still showing something that they do not like. There somebody gets away by Chase Galvin. He'll be back on the lead lap. The only one we have a lap down right at the moment is Brian Niels. He is one lap down. So if he can, keep it clean for the rest of the race, he may be back on that lead lap here if they have another caution. That'll put everybody back on the lead lap.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing right now, the track is now overcast at the moment, and it's cooled down to 95 degrees, so we'll have to see how that plays on the grip.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, 95 degrees. You are right. A little bit of a northwest wind blowing, headed toward southeast, about 8 miles an hour, so I don't really think that's going to play too awful much. These guys really don't notice the wind that much. Taking a look at the cautions, though, this is the second caution, and we're going to have 59 to go here this time by, so that means we'll be about 58 to go when they get the green. 4 lead changes.
Now, those are just the lead changes that happened at the line.
Right. All right, lights are out. On green next time by. Well, Malty Apples, don't forget to subscribe while you're here and give us a thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. It would be much appreciated. We do broadcast every single night of the week. You can catch our full schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com. Well, there's single file at the back. That's the way they have it set up here. That's they don't double up the cars at the back, so but they are doubled up here. It won't really matter because they'll be all doubled up here in a matter of a minute. So
yeah, it won't take these guys long to get bunched up again.
I'll tell you, I think they need to be a little more kind of patient and save their stuff here. I mean, once you get down to the closing laps, then take it 3 wide. That 10 to go or 15 to go, start dropping the hammer and get a teammate there and work yourself to the front and take it 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide. I've seen 4 wide. Daytona, I've seen 5 wide on the backstretch.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's crazy. And even Pocono. Pocono, I've seen 5 and 6 wide on that big wide front straightaway. All right, here we go. Pace car's in. Mark Johnson ready to hit the hammer. Trenton Johnson on the outside. Ted Manning and Chris Akers ready to push in there in row 2. Green is out. We're back underway here at Talladega for the Manning Electric Super Speedway Series for the first round of 12 in the chase here at the playoffs. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very good to see how these guys are going to work it out this week and next week, trying to get as many points to make it into the top 8 in a couple of weeks. So
and Tyler McWorth, he hit the apron there on that start. He got a bad start. They're bunched up behind him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Trying to find him. Where the heck is he? There he is. Oh yeah, they are bunched up. Yes, sir. Justin Levine, Jody Burton back here. Jody, one of the chase drivers, trying to work his way back to the front. He's the one that got spun there. Little side draft off of him and got spun. Alex Kinsler, another chase driver. And these guys are kind of, well, maybe half content here to trying to ride a little bit back in the pack here. But that front's still looking pretty strong. They're not giving up this 2 wide up here at all, Dwayne.
Not at all. And now we got a battle for the lead.
Trenton Johnson out front. And again, Chris Akers giving him a big push. And, oh, is he going to drop it down? No, he's going to stay up there with Chris Akers.
I think he's trying to make some friends right now.
Yep. Trenton not in the chase, but and we warded off the MaxSpeedTV jinx, so hopefully nothing happens to Trenton. I don't want him to think that he just got jinxed. And he may have just a good enough of a run there to lead a lap, and he does. Trenton Johnson leads that lap. All right, Seth Ryder, a couple of people in chat there wanting to know where Seth is. He's running in 8th after starting 19th, so good move to the front. Kevin Spencer, there's one, started 21st. Some of the guys that were in the back are now moved to the front.
And 3 wide for 15th.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy right now. 67, Tyler McWhirter in the middle by himself. Harry Tiller on the high side working with Alexander Russell. And down on the bottom, Ed Hewitt bringing a whole nother line into the picture. And they get it sorted out. They're back to 2 wide. Wow, that was a little excitement right there. These guys just trying to hang on to the draft right now. Steven Hertzberg in 9th. These guys trying to be as extra careful not to create that bumper hook. But it's tough when you're out there doing almost 200 miles an hour. It is very hard to worry about, paying attention to that stuff, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem. If you can hit the guy square and it's fine, but if you're off even half an inch, you're sending both of you guys around typically.
All right, Mark Johnson leading the parade here. Ed Manning on the high side. I believe he is. Oh. Oh, a little bump there. Chris Akers on the high side. Ted Manning tucked right up under Mark Johnson. Boy, I'm telling you, he's got to be careful, though, because he could push too much and overheat that engine and blow it up.
Yep, and Trent said, you know what, I'm just going to go down now.
And that leaves the top open for Chris Akers to get in there now if somebody would just be kind to push him to the front. Ever so kind. Harrington right on his tail. Not going to happen that lap. Hey Brandon, how you doing? We're doing good. Doing good here. Ed Manning battling side by side there with Dan Harrington. Daniel Holloway into the picture. Harry Tiller to the high side, trying to make it 3 wide here. And it's not going to happen. He's going to drop it down there in behind the number 2 there of Seth Ryder. And he goes back to the high side once again. Harry just not content to ride in that draft. I don't know what's going on there, but for some reason, because now he's going to start losing the draft if he's not careful. All right, field getting separated here. Chase Galvin all by himself. I don't know what happened to Daniel Jackson there, but man, I'm telling you, these guys, wow, they're back and forth and up and down and all over the place. Alexander Russell.
We are 3 wide for the lead.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we are. Up the middle, Mark Johnson. He's got some help. Chris Akers on the high side's got some help. Oh, bumper hook there on the leader.
Yeah, it's dangerous hitting him in the corner like that.
Yep. Very difficult. And Mark Johnson's going to lead that lap.
Easily. And he's bringing Daniel Holloway with him.
Yep, and they got enough. Well, he's got enough room to go to the bottom. But Holloway tried to squeeze it in there. It was not going to happen, though. Coming up on some lap traffic. That would be Scott Warren. He does have damage on the truck. Remember you were talking about that, Dwayne, and not sure if he had already used his reset or if he was just going to try to fix up what he had and save that reset for later in the race, but he's about to get freight trained here by the lead pack.
Yeah, let's hope they get it sorted out or someone tells him they're 3 wide behind him because this is going to get tight in a hurry.
Yes, it is. Somebody's gonna
wrecking now.
Oh, they are wrecking. Oh my gosh.
Daniel Holloway hard into the outside wall.
Oh my gosh. I seen it just in the rear view there, but let's go back and take a look. What we're seeing is that bumper hook, and it's just horrible. I wish they would take that out of it. We never had it in there years ago. Right there it was, and it looked like the number 1 had got into him there, Justin Levine, and that did not help him. Oh,
yeah, it looks like the 51 may have come up just a touch. It may have been net code there, but yeah, it looks like they got together and that spun Holloway around and right in front of the pack too.
Well, let's hope he's got a reset because he's smoking, coming around the track here, trying to make it back to pit road. And let's just hope he can. I think the engine just let go on him. Nope, he's got it going again. Okay. He's just trying to limp it there. Well, Mark Johnson's going to bring him to pit road. Now, I do believe, if I may be wrong on this, but I think we would be really close right now if they stop for fuel. Be really close to make it the whole rest of the way on fuel.
Yeah, it'd be really close.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably going to have some guys chancing it.
Right.
But unless I just got damage, which a lot of these guys did in that, I don't know if I'm coming in just yet, but Justin Levine, he's definitely got damage to get fixed. Chris Akers, a lot of these guys got to get repairs.
Well, yeah, a lot of them are not taking a chance here. They're going to come in now and give up that track position. They're not going to lose too awful
just
much.
Use his reset.
Some of them with 2 tire change. Some may do 4. Some may not even change any tires. Our pole sitter coming to a screeching halt. And he has to back up. Oh my gosh. Chris Brown, yeah, in the Tide ride. And a 2 tire change for him. All right, well, we're seeing some guys taking 2 tires. I didn't see anybody taking 4.
No.
But it may have happened.
Hey, the one guy it did help, though, is Scott Warren. He did not go a lap down because they wrecked behind him before they caught him.
Aha. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that definitely was a big help for him.
Yeah, he's now up to 13th, but he's still got a lot of damage. I don't know if he's going to keep it there.
Well, I think he was in here. I don't know if he still is or not, but get him up here and talk to him. Scott Warren, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I'm eating a cracker.
Oh, sorry.
What's up, fellas? MaxSpeedTV #1. What's up, boys?
Well, I wanted to know, okay, you sat on pit road and got a lot of damage fixed up on your truck. Do you still have your reset?
I do, sir.
Oh, that's very good. We kind of guessed that.
So here's the deal. Yeah, I don't have any front end damage, and I haven't taken any engine damage as well. So, I mean, I am able to run around here with peak RPMs available, but the truck's not competitive. So I'm doing the best I can to get this thing as far into the race as I possibly can. We're just over a third of the way in.
Right.
I'm trying to preserve what I can with this truck, stay out of the mess. My lack of speed is helping me do that. So when things are going down ahead of me in the pack, I mean, I came within pretty much a turn of going a lap down there, and I don't want to do that with a busted truck. So there are other guys a lap down right now that could easily drive around me. Because I just don't have the speed right now. So yeah, right now it's full preservation mode. Just trying to get to a point where I can use my reset intelligently and mix it up for the finish. It looks like there's going to be a lot of attrition in this race.
Yes, sir.
We've already had quite a lot of incidents. You know, as will happen in the Electric Super Speedway series, it seems to me that there's a lot of aggression at the beginning of the race, and that's actually what I got caught up in. I got uncharacteristically, in air quotes, arc braked earlier on, and that's how I found myself in this position. But I intend to be there as a playoff truck representing Excalibur by the end of the race. So that's what we're doing right now, boys.
All right. Well, you know, that's kind of the opposite. You'd think that, you know, what you should be doing out there, you should be patient in the first, say, half of the race, and maybe the second half, you know, turn on the horsepower. But it's kind of the opposite right now, and it's caused a lot of people to have to use their reset so early. So, and we already got one out of the race just because of it. Brian Niels takes it behind the wall. So, and a couple of guys that were in the chase involved in some accidents. That's going to really hurt a lot of people. So, we're going to wish you the best of luck out there, Scott. Good luck, and bring home a win. You need it, brother.
Thanks, Rude. Listen, you guys know as sim racers yourself, you come into this race. I have the benefit of having a really solid team, and we're like-minded. We know how we want to attack the race, and in general, we're very, very experienced in the super speedway game. So you kind of know what you want to do. I had a bit of connectivity at the beginning where I got kicked and I couldn't qualify, so it switched up my approach at the last minute. But you come in here and you want to be conservative, smart, and intelligent. It's a great, big, wide racetrack. There's a ton of room here to race if you want to race and you want to race intelligently. But there are those around us, and we got a big car count tonight. We have a lot of guys that have come back after a long while of being away from this track and want to run aggressive, and it's all about the W. So you come in with the mindset of, I'm going to play this smart, we're going to be there at the end. But at the end of the day on a super speedway, my friends, listen, this is why you tune in. This is why MaxSpeedTV is bookmarked. You tune in because you don't know what's going to happen. You think you know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Stay tuned.
That's right, Scott. All right, good luck out there, brother. Wish you the best.
Watch that 76. We're going to the front, boys.
All right, good luck.
Cheers. Get it marked.
Yeah. Nice interview. I like that.
Yeah.
That was very informative.
Exactly what I expected.
Yep. I've known Scott for a long time, and man, a good racer. You know, you get the different kinds of what he was talking about there, the different kinds of racers that you know we see every day in iRacing. You know, you get ones that methodically think up a way, you know, a strategy, and others just kind of play it, wing it, play it by ear. You know, they just you know, pedal the metal and go and worry about whatever transpires in the end. But the guys that work at it methodically and think up how they want to attack this race are guys like Scott Warren, you know, and they play it all the way through. Well, when you see a lot of cautions like this and you get damage on your truck, you know, it's going to change that strategy. So you've got to be able to manufacture a new strategy real quick on the fly while you're driving.
Yep, and it sounds like he's got one in place, so hopefully he doesn't wait too long to get that fixed.
Sure.
Hopefully he doesn't actually go a lap down because of it, but sounds like he's just waiting for the right chance to fix that and then go after it, which, you know, there's a reason he's part of the playoff picture, and strategy is definitely one of it.
And, you know, you got to take a chance on that, because if this thing, you know, it could go green the rest of the way. So then he's going to have to stop and get that thing fixed eventually. So, you know, and the way the laps are winding down right now, these guys are in the window of making it the rest of the way on fuel. So he could, it's a chance you got to take at a super speedway like this. You know, he's putting himself in a window there that, you know, if it went green the rest of the way, it could hurt him. But he's thinking it's not going to, so he may come out of it good.
I think I'm on his team with that. I don't think it's going green the rest of the way either, but we'll see.
All right, they should get the one to go right here. I know it takes a long time for these pace laps to get out of the way, but iRacing keeps throwing them up there, and they got a pace, but they should get the one to go here at the line. Yep, lights
looks
are out.
Like a couple guys are stopping to take fuel only, topping off. So
well, there you go. Those are the guys that are going to go for it and make it the rest of the way on fuel. That's
Warren being one of those, but he still did not use his repair.
Right. So, but looking at the cautions here today, we've had 3 cautions, folks. We got will be 45 to go when we get the green. 8 lead changes. You know, people talk about the super speedway racing. A lot of people don't like the races, but, you know, they say it doesn't take much talent. Well, I agree and I disagree, because it's a different kind of talent, because there is so much out there for you to pay attention to at almost 200 miles an hour. So it is a different kind of talent that it takes to race in a super speedway race. And when you got to worry about overheating, you got to worry about the bumper hook, you got to worry about, you know, guys trying to go 3 wide on you, put you in bad situations. You know, there's a lot for a driver to pay attention to out there. So it is a different kind of racing, is what I always classify it.
Yeah, it's definitely more mental than physical, but the mental can lead to physical attrition if you let it.
Sure, you get mentally tired.
Absolutely.
All right, so everybody on the track, we got Ed Hewitt 1 lap down. Alex Kinsler, which is in the chase, is 2 laps down.
Yeah, he got into a couple incidents. He's already used his repair. He's hurting right now.
Get him going.
All right. All right, pace car is going to duck off. Mark Johnson going to bring him through the tri-oval. Green flag is out, and they are at it again. And it looks like both lines did get a good run. Ted Johnson hanging out on the outside there. I'm sorry, Ted Manning.
Yeah, Ted Manning.
Sorry.
Yep,
I was
Ted
looking
Manning.
at both names.
And he's getting a good push there from Eric Green, so those guys are doing quite well up there. 88 drops it to the bottom. Alexander Russell doesn't like it up on the high side. He wants to stay on the bottom for now.
I tell you what, I'm a little worried. The track's cooled off to 89 degrees. It's going to give these guys a lot of grip and a lot of confidence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not going to see them, you know, in the corners like this. It kind of, you'll notice when it's hot and slick, the truck will kind of have a tendency, like it wants to push up a little bit, and it's okay for the guys on the outside, but the guys on the inside, you know, there's not really a whole lot of room there. You don't want to get too awful close. If you push up, if Mark Johnson pushed up a little bit right now into Ted Manning, oh my gosh, it would just, it would be a disaster out there right now. Every truck would be piled up into that.
Absolutely. And Ted Manning led that lap. But
Yes,
here comes Johnson back on the low side.
And Jody Burton into the picture. Back inside the top 10. Alexander Russell in 8th. He's looking to try to see if he can't get up there. He is really pushing it right now. He needs a little more help. If he could get a little help from behind. I noticed that they are leaving a little bit of a room in between each truck. Have you noticed that?
Yep. And that's not a bad idea at this stage. I mean, you don't want to be pushing the guy, because if you're pushing him, the heat on your truck's going up.
Yeah, that's a good thing right there. Third, Chase Galvin. He's coming up right behind Alexander Russell, giving him a push. And they are, man, look at that run they just got right there. Wow, big run. That was huge.
And it looks like we've got a second pack in the back here that includes some of our playoff contenders, including Daniel Holloway, Harry Tyler, and Justin Levine. They're all back here seeing how this plays out.
Yes, sir. Not a bad place to be right now. That's where I would want to be. I want to be about 3 or 4 seconds behind that lead pack right now. So if something gets a little hairy up there, they got plenty of time to check up. Yeah, Harry Tiller in 18th. Even got, who is that, the 21 there? Yeah, Daniel Holloway, okay. PJ O'Leary now bringing up the tail end of the field here with 3 trucks behind him. Jonathan Platt, we haven't talked about Jonathan today. He's just quietly running out here, right about where he started. 21st, he started 20th. He's just kind of pedaling it right now, just playing it out, see where things end up. Trenton Johnson. Trenton did get some damage on that, so he can't blame that on the MaxSpeedTV jinx, I'm telling you that. I had nothing to do with it. All right, back up front, Ted Manning. Drops it down in front of Mark Johnson. Those guys going for it here. Oh, no. Contact! Oh, that's going to take out a bunch of them. I can't even catch up to them.
That's a big one. That took a lot of the guys running up front.
Oh my gosh, yes it did. Let's go back and take a look at this, folks. I don't know exactly where that started, but
it looks like it started at a turn 2 with Eric Green just gets bumped the wrong way, and coming out of the corner, you don't want to get bumped at that spot.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that was by the number 88 there of Alexander Russell. And boy, a lot of net coding there too. He just actually net coded right into Alexander. I mean, they were, gosh, like 3-4 feet apart. Man, yeah. A lot of net code there.
A lot of playoff drivers involved in that. Daniel Jackson, Mark Johnson, Alexander Russell, Eric Green, all these guys getting caught up in that.
It was just like nobody was hitting the brakes or something. I'm not really sure what happened, but yeah.
And Mark Johnson, he's been up front all day. He lands up on his roof.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, man. He's lucky that that thing rolled back on its wheels, or he would have been... There would have been a tow. All right.
I think he's actually getting help from a teammate right now. His motor blew, but it looks like Alexander Russell's pushing him back to pit road at this point.
Yes, he is. Wow, that's pretty cool. You don't see that too often.
Tell you what, look at Mitch Beaver, man. That's dirt tracking right there, and you do not want to see that on a super speedway.
Yeah, he is. That car, something is broken in the rear. He's got rear springs broken or something there. And boy, that's difficult to drive. I mean, let's ride in the cockpit with him and see if I can find my cockpit camera. He's got that wheel turned, oh my gosh, all the way to the right just to go straight. Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
And this is going to change the entire complexion of the race because you had a lot of guys who were running up front all day were involved in that.
Good Lord. Yeah, he is barely making it in. Mark Johnson coming around, him and Alexander Russell trying to stay on the lead lap. Hopefully Mark's got a reset. I'm sure he probably does. And Alexander Russell is smoking heavily. So both of them are going to have to use a reset. And both playoff drivers as well. Both playoff drivers. They are going to go a lap down, though. Chris Akers showed as the leader. I think they're going to go a lap down. They may not. They may not. They can get in there.
They may be lucky if they just if all they do is use their repair and come back out, they should be okay.
Well, a guy we don't usually talk to. Let's get old Chris Brown up here and see what he's doing. Chris Brown, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, Chris, you went for a heck of a ride at the beginning of the race, and things have kind of smoothed out a little bit better now. How's the Tide Ride running today?
Pretty good right now. Just trying to stay out of trouble. There's been a lot of cautions, so.
Well, what do you think? Guys getting a little aggressive kind of early, or what do you think the problem is?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of over-aggression. I think there maybe was some net code there, too.
Sure was, yes.
But, yeah, a lot of over-aggression, I think.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of net coding there. They were like about 4 feet apart and hit each other, so that was really kind of odd. But, well, you got a teammate up here working with you right now?
Not really. I've been kind of working with the Excalibur guys.
Okay.
But I don't really have any teammates. I'm not officially a teammate for anybody.
Okay. All right. Just out here on your own, but you're looking to pull out a win, obviously. But you're not in the chase, but the W sure would be nice, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would love to get a win in this series.
Well, I wish you the best of luck out there, Chris, and bring it home. I'd like to see that Tide Ride in victory lane.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah, that would be nice sitting in pit lane right there, that number 12 Tide Ride, or the number 4 Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Yeah, now there were mixed results on that for the two teammates. Looks like that Mark Johnson did have a repair. He used it. He's back out on the track, but Alexander Russell is still sitting on pit road. He's gone a lap down and is probably going to go a lot more.
Oh, man. Well, Mitch Beaver takes it behind the wall. He is done for the day. Good news, Ed Hewitt back on the lead lap. And it looked like he just used his reset, fixing the truck up. And he'll be back in 15th in the Hoosier truck.
Yeah, it looks like Eric Green had to use his reset. He's got it fully repaired, and so he should be good to go as well.
Yep, and he is 1 lap down, him and Seth Ryder. Seth in 19th. Eric Green 20th. Daniel Jackson sitting on pit road. Just looks like he's changing tires. Kinsler not out of it yet. Couple laps down. And Chase Galvin 25th. These guys will pick up a position here when they pass up Mitch Beaver in the next lap. So, but man, Chris Akers in the lead. Look at this.
Absolutely. And it has been a rough day for some of our contenders. We got 4 of our playoff contenders laps down right now.
Yes. Kinsler, Russell, Jackson, and Green. And that's not where you want to be when you're coming down to this race. And next week is going to be, you really want to kind of try to get as many points as you can this week, in case you have a bad week next week. You got to look ahead.
Absolutely.
Oh, the number 12 coming to pit road. Chris Brown coming in.
He's bringing a few guys with him, including Daniel Holloway.
Yes, sir. And Harry Tiller coming in. Wow. All right. A little strategy playing out there. Maybe they're going to do a 4-tire change and That way they got 4 fresh Feel Goods on there and a full tank of Sunoco fuel. All right, Ted Manning starting on the outside. Daniel Harrington, Stephen Hertzberg, row 2. Jody Burton, Kevin Spencer in row 3. Tyler McWhirter and Trenton Johnson, row 4. PJ O'Leary and Ed Hewitt in row 5. Well, again, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it very, very much. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night for the LORA Truck Series, or Xfinity Series, excuse me. And they're winding down their season. That's the one of the chase races coming up tomorrow night. So make sure you guys tune in for that right here on MaxSpeedTV. I think we go live about 5:40 p.m. Eastern. They're a little earlier because they're on Pacific time. So 5:40 p.m. Eastern, I think I'll be going live.
Should be a good race.
Yeah, and that's, believe me, that's really heating up, that series. With the championship coming to a close here, it's heating up pretty good. So.
Speaking of heating up, looks like we're about to go green.
Yes, sir.
Think we'll see any patience this time?
I don't know. It's getting down to the point where patience are going to be thrown out the window. Pace car is ready to head to pit road. Chris Akers is going to bring him to the green. All the way around this tri-oval before they get the green. All right, there's the green. We're back underway here at Talladega for the Manning Electric Super Speedway Series, and we are in the round of 12 here. This is where it's really getting interesting in the season when we come down to the closing 3 or 4 races of the season and see how it all unfolds here for the chase. So Chris Akers not in the chase, but the guy right behind him, Daniel Harrington, he is.
And so is the guy right behind him, Jody Burton. They're wanting to stay up front.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like the Valvoline truck. Sharp looking, kind of a Mark Martin-ish throwback look, sort of. Not that he ever drove the trucks, but he drove it on the Cup cars.
Yep. Good looking ride.
Yes, sir. PJ O'Leary. Ooh, we'll check up there. Ed Hewitt got out of line there, right on that tri-oval. Well, you don't want to touch that yellow line in the tri-oval, Ed. I'm telling you.
No, you don't. And the outside line is trying to come back.
Find it there, the number 2. Seth Ryder, which is a lap down. And he is now working with Chase Galvin, which is 2 laps down. Guys just trying to keep themselves. Looks like they're going to try to make it go 3 wide here.
Yeah, I don't understand that move. Your lap's down. Why are you up there racing with those guys?
Yeah, really. I don't know, man. You're putting yourself and them in a bad situation right now. Like they've kind of give up on that. Stephen Hertzberg, right in the middle of the pack here, running in 5th place.
And looks like they're playing accordion right now. Ted Manning, even though he's in 3rd right now on the track position-wise, he led that last lap.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's going to be awful tough to try to follow along here with Chris Akers. Ted Manning doing a good job, but Chris Akers, man, I'll tell you what, that guy is really, really fast.
Is he going to lead this lap?
As long as he doesn't get that bumper
Yes.
hook. Yeah, Chris Akers led it. Barely. That'd have been a photo finish right there.
Yeah.
Harry Tiller working with Mark Johnson back here. Mark, man, we've seen his engine had let go. Got a push from Alexander Russell all the way to pit road. And he's back out there with a reset, but Alexander Russell was not so lucky.
No, he's still on pit road getting repairs. His day is done. This is not going to work out well for him.
Justin Levine, Chris Brown, these guys working at it. Daniel Holloway. Harry, well, I'll tell you what, Harry, he likes that high side, don't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can't really say that that Talladega is a self-cleaning track. You know, I would say that might not be a bad idea if everybody spun to the inside or the outside, but it doesn't happen that way. Most of the time they go to the outside first, you know, and then they spin down to the inside. So you can't really say this is a self-cleaning track.
Yeah, usually, especially if it happens on the straightaways, you just got to let your foot off the gas and hope for the best.
Yep. And Ted Manning to the lead, comes down in front of Chris Akers. And that could be a pretty lethal combination there if Chris gets up there on Ted Manning and starts shoving on him. Now, Chris's truck should be nice and cool because he was out front there in clean air. So, but Kevin Spencer, Steven Hertzberg to the lead for the first time today, leads his first lap of the race.
Yeah, and I don't know if Ted should have come down. He was leading most of those laps on the high side. I mean, he was falling back, but he'd come back. I think the outside may be where you want to be coming in the race. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, everybody always wants the inside, and yeah, I'm with you on that. You know, if you get enough guys up there, they've got about 4 or 5 guys up there right now, and if you get enough guys up there, you can be faster than that inside line, and especially when you're coming to the line like that. So if they were on the last lap there coming to the checkered flag, outside line might be the place to be. You are right. Hertzberg, Ted Manning. Ted getting a good push there from Chris Akers, and I think Ted's going to lead that lap.
Yes, he is.
Yes, sir. At the last second, though, Kevin Spencer gave Steven Hertzberg a pretty good push, but it just wasn't quite enough to get him to the line first. All right, we're inside 30 to go right now, so anything could happen right now. These guys could be already starting to set up some strategies, and things could start heating up here pretty quick. Tyler McWhirter, Ed Hewitt, a little ways back to Justin Levine. These guys are in that what I call safe zone, sort of, not completely, but they do have a little bit of time to check up. Harry Tiller, Mark Johnson, these guys. Jonathan Platt, working with Matt Kleinschmidt, and Trenton Johnson, and Scott Warren. Now these guys...
a little update on one of our playoff contenders, Alex Kinsler. He had connections issues. He dropped from the race. He's now back in, but he's 6 laps down, so his night went from bad to worse.
Oh my, yes. Golly, I hate that for him. Well, we've lost 3 drivers tonight, which really isn't that bad. Hertzberg on the high side, Chris Akers on the bottom. And Hertzberg with a pretty good push there, and he will lead that lap. So he's getting some really good help, and he's going to drop it down in front of Chris Akers. He does. That leaves Kevin Spencer up on the high side, working with... who is that up there with him?
The Eric Green.
Yeah, Eric Green. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, but he is in 19th place, 1 lap down. So
he got involved in that earlier wreck. He's had to use a reset, but it looks like if he can get back on the lead lap, you'll see him back up there.
Sure.
Right now, if we do get a caution, he is the wave around car.
These guys have caught up to the tail end of the field. Harry Tiller and Mark Johnson closing up on Daniel Holloway. Holloway watching in his rearview mirror to see if Tiller and Johnson are going to try to pass him. And now Tiller and Johnson side by side. They're not going to make too good a headway that way.
No, you got to wonder if they're trying to wait to the end of the race, but we've only got 25 to go. I think I'd want to start moving to the front at this point.
Yep. Well, Tiller comes in behind Johnson now.
Three wide up front.
Oh my gosh, they are. And the two out on the outside there, that is Seth Ryder, which is one lap down, trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, but he's bringing Jason Levine with him, and
right.
Levine is definitely for position.
Yes, sir. Justin Levine, he has not led today. Oh, I'm sorry. He did lead a couple of laps earlier. That's right. Forgot. Yeah, they got nothing to lose out there on the outside because, you know, you got to think about it. It's already coming down close to the end. We're going to be 25 to go this time by.
Yeah, and P.J. O'Leary out there on the high side, too. They're trying to bring it to the front.
Chris Akers leading. Hertzberg right up under the back bumper there. Got to be extra careful. Give that thing a little bit of air now and then to keep it cooled off, because I'll tell you what, I've seen them things go from, they were running semi-warm to hot instantly.
Absolutely.
You just never know, man. You just catch the right, you know, if you're tucked up under there, no air can get in that radiator, it will blow the motor.
And the cloud cover comes back out. The track's now down to 86 degrees.
Right in the middle here with P.J. O'Leary. Jody Burton on the bottom. Alan McWhirter, he's up on the high side. Spencer to the high side. He led that lap. All right, what happened to Seth Ryder? He's in that party, isn't he? Well, he got shuffled back quick.
Yeah, they went to the inside on him and just kind of hung him out to dry.
Yep. Oh my, it happens.
Oh, contact up front.
Oh, Eric Green into that. Oh my gosh, we'll catch up with Eric here in just a minute. I got to find him. Oh my gosh, and that tore up a lot of trucks, folks. Let's get down here and see if we can figure out what happened to Eric Green.
Oh, looks like he was trying to push Kevin Spencer. Spencer got on that yellow line and it slowed him up. And it was just a stack up and check up from there.
Oh, right there. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yep. And Spencer goes for a heck of a ride.
He sure does. And that truck was airborne, flipping end over end, barrel rolling down the stretch.
Justin Levine involved in that.
Ed Hewitt just barely dodged the bullet on that one.
Dan Harrington, his motor is blown. He may have already used his repair. He might be out of it.
Well, at this point, I don't think anybody's going to come to pit road at this point. But you just never know. Somebody might get a wild hair there and decide to come down pit road. But in the back, yes, definitely. So. Well, who do you want to talk to? You pick somebody and drag them in here and talk to them.
All right, let's see. Wait, it looks like they are going to come down pit road, so I'll wait for pit stops.
Okay. Wow. That's surprising.
A lot of guys down pit road.
Man, I wouldn't have gave up that lead for nothing. Very 2-tire change and out of there quick. Chris Akers.
Let's talk to Chris Akers when he finishes his pit stop. Find out why he gave up the lead.
Fuel only.
Chris Akers, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How are y'all tonight?
All right. You had an interesting race. Gave up the lead to come down pit road. Any strategies for the end here?
Shoot, I didn't have enough gas to make it to the end, so I had to do something there.
Gotcha.
That's all right. I'll be back up in the front before too long.
All right. Well, they're getting pretty aggressive out there. What are your plans for the rest of the race at this point?
I'm going to push hard. I have nothing to lose right now. I'm not in a chase, so I'm going to go for the win about as hard as I can go.
Have you ever quit pushing?
No, never. I was pushing the pace car a little bit ago. I got bored from riding around so much.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Good seeing you out there, and hopefully we'll talk to you here at the end.
Thank you.
I want to see Reese's in Victory Lane.
Hey, I'm going to try. I'm going to try as hard as I can tonight.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
But didn't hurt him too bad. It looks like he's going to start either he's going to be about
fourth.
fifth. So fourth or fifth, yeah.
Yep. Be all right. Daniel Holloway up front. He just led his first lap of the race. He did not pit. He pitted earlier. I do remember seeing him pit earlier. So he should be good on fuel now. It's making sure that he's got enough tires to make it there. But we've got 3 chase drivers there. 1, 2, 3. Harry Tiller in third.
And it looks like Scott Warren decided it was go time. He has just used his repair. He's got a clean truck.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yep, and he's going to be back in 10th. Yep, he waited long enough. That was perfect timing for him.
Going to be interesting to see how the points shake out here. A lot of playoff drivers having some issues early, so definitely going to be interesting to see who comes out of here and win the lead.
Well, we're going to be 20 to go next time by. They should get the 1 to go. So it looks like it's going to be about 19 laps to the end of this race. If they can make it that far without another caution.
We'll see. The field's starting to thin out, but still some pretty aggressive guys out there who, like I say, just going for the win tonight.
Well, we've had 5 cautions here for 21 laps. We've had 23 lead changes. That's a far cry from when it first started. We only had like 5 or 6 lead changes.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
I don't think they're done yet. We'll probably see 10, 15 more before it's over.
Well, it's good to see Harry Tiller. He's got himself into third now. You know, he actually is at the top of the points, but it really doesn't matter because they all are evened out, you know, coming into tonight. But he was the top guy pretty much most of the latter part of the season here, topping the points. So let's see what he can do here. Coming down to the end of this. Now this is next week. They're back to Daytona. And that'll be the last race of the 12 guys, and they'll go down to 8 after that for the following race. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. The points are so important here tonight to get as many points as you can possibly get not knowing what's looming next week in Daytona.
Absolutely, and guys who have had to call it quits, like Dan Harrington, Alex Kinsler, they're back there laps down. You got to think they're really looking forward to next week and hoping they have a great showing because they're going to need it.
Yes, sir. All right, lights are out. We're going green next time by. There'll be 19 laps to go. They can make it the rest of the way without another caution. This could be an interesting finish.
I tell you, I'm going to be watching Chris Akers starting in fourth. He said he's going to be pushing, so let's see how long it takes him to get Mark Johnson back to the front.
What a mean-looking pack of trucks right there. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
There's some pretty ones in there, too. I'll tell you, a lot of these guys spend a lot of time painting their trucks so pretty like this. It's pretty awesome, man. You know, all the years that I've been doing this, Dwayne, I have seen some amazing paint jobs. It just kind of makes you think about the sweat and tears that have went into a lot of these paint jobs that these guys, how many hours have been spent, you know, just tweaking and so meticulous, you know, working on their paints just to make them look so beautiful out there on the track. So my hat's off to all the iRacers that paint their trucks up here and do such a great job, man. Great work.
Absolutely. As a guy who paints paint schemes, I can tell you it's a lot of dedication and hard work, but to see your paint scheme out there on the track, you really appreciate it, the payoff for it.
All right, pace cars coming to pit road. We're going to be back underway here. 19 laps to go. Daniel Holloway in command here of this start. The outside, Mark Johnson finally gets that break that he needed there after the engine letting go and got a push here from Alexander Russell. Made it back to pit road, stayed on the lead lap, used his reset. And here we are back under green. Mark Johnson on the outside. Got a good start and a good push here from Chris Akers.
Yeah, Daniel Holloway had a hard time getting going, but he's now going and see if he can get back before Johnson cuts down on him.
And he's not too late. Nope, Mark Johnson brings it to the bottom. And again, Chris Akers left out there by himself.
Yep.
Well, if everything goes right, he may get a little push here from... Oh, there goes Harry Tiller, goes to the high side.
Yep. Looks like he's going to get the help. We'll see how long it takes.
Well, where Harry was sitting there in third, he knew that he was just boxed in, no place to go. The only option he had was to go to the high side there and work with Chris Akers. So, and he's just using Chris right now just to get to, get up there. But, that's what these guys do. They're all using each other right now. And when you come down to the closing laps like this, it's every man for himself.
Absolutely.
Sure, you might be teammates or you're working with somebody out there right at the moment, but when it comes down to the last lap, all bets are off.
Absolutely. And speaking of teammates, Harry Tiller side by side with Mark Johnson right now. Wonder if they're going to try to work together here towards the last few laps of the race.
Oh, Ted Manning's giving Harry a pretty good push there. But Chris Akers on the inside getting a big shove there from Mark Johnson. Mark better be careful. He's already blown one motor. He can't afford to blow another one.
Oh, contact.
Oh, man.
Daniel Holloway, they save it. They're good. That was a hairy moment right there.
Got Warren. Has a little bit of a run there, getting a push from Seth Ryder. Now Seth Ryder back on the lead lap. He's been a lap down for quite some time, and he's finally got back on the lead lap. So he is not out of this by any means whatsoever. Getting a good push here from Eric Green. Eric was just got in that last caution there, and must have used his reset, and he's back out here. But he is 2 laps down.
And look who's sneaking into the picture. We talked about him once tonight. Jonathan Platt, he's now up to 8th. And on that outside, trying to get more.
And what two better drivers to have side by side out here right now is Chris Akers and Harry Tiller. Oh my gosh. And I'll tell you what, Mark Johnson is not going to let that happen. He says he wants to beat Harry Tiller at all costs. And so he is going to be just pushing the daylights. You see him putting a little air there between himself and Chris Akers right now. He's got to get that engine cooled off. It's probably running a little bit hot. Coming up behind him, Daniel Holloway. Ed Hewitt now in 6th place. He's on the bottom with these guys. Come all the way from 11th. And it didn't take long for Hertzberg to get shuffled back to 8th place.
Nope. And you got to wonder if Mark Johnson's going to jump up in front of his teammate here and try to take the lead on the outside.
That's possible. He's kind of getting himself in a good position here to do it, but yeah. Harry's a little squirrely there coming out of the tri-oval. And that could be a couple of factors could be playing right now. It could be a little bit of the wind blowing. That's why these trucks are kind of floating around a little bit, we're seeing. And or it just could be the aero push on these trucks. There's a lot of aero push going on out here with this whole pack going around like this. When are we going to see 3 wide, Dwayne?
I got a feeling it won't be too much longer, especially as the laps start winding down. These guys are going to get really aggressive really quick.
Yep. And Harry Tiller to the lead, drops it in front of Chris Akers, has not led today. This could be his first lap led of the race. Ed Manning says, no, it's not. But Harry Tiller says, I'm going to lead a lap. Thank you very much.
Yep. Got it led, but for how long? Because here comes Manning on the outside. Oh, looks like his draft help broke up on him, though.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, it did, and Chris Akers looks to the outside.
Now we got teammates on the inside. I think that was a bad move for Chris. We'll see if Manning can get back up to him.
Yep, Ted Manning's going to have to give him a little push, but Mark Johnson, Harry Tiller together could be deadly. That could be deadly right there. Well, you know, since these guys are running so good, I think it's time for a little crank it up here. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, Mark Johnson leading this pack of hungry wolves around here right now. I'm telling you, it's getting so hot out there right now that I don't even think they even know what they're doing out there. Well, everybody's bidding for that top spot.
And Johnson did not lead that lap. Chris Akers got him on the outside.
One, I'll tell you, trucks are awful squirrely out there right now. Mark Johnson was out of shape coming out of turn 2. Getting a big push here from Daniel Holloway, Ed Hewitt. Just got to be awful careful they don't get that what I call sandwich effect, because, boy, I'll tell you, if the three of them, if Ed started pushing on Holloway while Holloway was pushing on Mark Johnson, all three of them are going to get spun.
Yeah.
So you got to be extra careful with that. Akers down on the outside with Harry Tiller. I mean, what a pack of trucks, man. Everybody's staying up as close as they can to the front right now because, 10 to go, coming to 9 to go this time by. It's anybody's win. What a big push here Chris Akers got, and he's going to drop it to the bottom and come right down in front of Mark Johnson.
Harry Tiller on the outside trying to come back. Oh, contact!
Oh no! Oh my gosh! I've seen it, but I don't believe it. That was gosh, I can't even see who that was. All the way involved in it. I think it was Jody Burton. Let's go back and take a look at this. Man, you hate to see that with the closing laps looming like this.
Absolutely, and Ted Manning goes barrel rolling down the backstretch.
Right there it was. I just got it. The number 43 there, Jonathan Platt, catches the back bumper of Jody Burton and spins Jody Burton down across the nose of Daniel Holloway. Oh my gosh, there's two chase drivers going to get caught up into that. Ed Hewitt going to get involved in it. Oh my gosh. Like I said, most of these guys have used their resets already, so what you see is what you get now.
I tell you what, Scott Warren did a heck of a job missing that. I don't know how, but man, good driving to him.
Yep, Ed Hewitt. Wow, what flipping and flopping everywhere on his lid. So is PJ O'Leary, Ted Manning. Oh my gosh, barrel rolling down the front stretch. And he's going to get into the number 28 there of Steven Hertzberg, I think. Wow, man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of trucks tore up out there right now.
A lot of good drivers taken out in that, and that's going to play havoc with the playoff contention now.
Man. Well, Kevin Spencer back on the lead lap. He gets a wave by. And he will be in 17th position. Truck looks pretty clean. So that's another challenger for this win. I'll tell you, it's going to be a short stint to the end here, though.
Yep. Very short.
Well, I don't really want to talk to anybody because I don't want to jinx them or disrupt their concentration right now. So we're going to kind of let that kind of slide for right now. I just want everybody to be safe these closing laps here and do the very, very best that they can to keep their self safe. And I don't care who's in victory lane, but I sure would like to see that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup in victory lane. It sure would be nice.
And it looks like Jason Platt has been given an EOL for, looks like the race control saying that he bumper hooked the 63, so he's been sent to the rear for the restart.
Yep. Yes, sir. There's so many factors that you got to think about that, sure, you're trying to push somebody to the win or yourself to the win, and you're working with, maybe a teammate or a non-teammate, and it is so hard to pass here. So every chance you can get, you're really trying to push on somebody, but and you tell a racer, Dwayne, we're racers, we know. Tell a racer, don't push in the corners. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Now you can push on the straightaway, and even in straightaways, it can be dangerous. But in the corners, it's exceptionally dangerous. So.
Yeah, and when you're back in the pack, third, fourth, fifth in line, you're sitting there, you're wanting to go, and there's nowhere to go, so you try to make something happen, and a lot of times that's when trouble happens.
Hey, 6-speed, Sarah, James, how's everybody doing? Captain Canada. Well, we're probably going to have about 5 to go when they get the green. I'm not sure if they'll get the 1 to go this time by or not, but we're probably looking at about 5 laps to go. So now it's keeping the trucks clean here and making sure that you've got enough aerodynamics on that thing to battle each other.
Yep. And I think that the cleanest truck out there right now is sitting in 5th place. Scott Warren using that reset at the right time.
Perfect timing. Yeah, he's come off a pit road with new tires and full of fuel and new paint job, the whole 9 yards. That thing's going to be slick through the air. Seth Ryder, a lap down there earlier. Now he's back up to 4th. Daniel Jackson, right in behind Scott Warren. Those two, both chase drivers. Mark Johnson, Harry Tiller, another chase driver. Daniel Holloway back in 13th. Jody Burton on pit road. Eric Green, chase driver, and Justin Levine also on pit road. So we've got a lot of chase drivers on pit road. Alex Insler, 21st position here. Going really slow. Not sure why he's going so slow, but
yeah, it's been a tough night for the chase contenders. Now, Alex Russell, it looks like he spent extensive time on pit road, but he's now back out on the track 29 laps down.
Yeah, Dan Harrington's the only chase driver that's out tonight, and TJ Buck not showing up. One of the chase drivers not making the chase here tonight, so I don't know what that's going to do for him in the points next week. He better hope to have a good finish if he's going to stay in the chase.
Absolutely, he's going to need it. He may almost have to win to be able to make up the amount of points he's lost just tonight.
Sure thing. All right, lights are out. 5 to go when they get the green. So get them going. This should be the last restart right here, Dwayne.
Yeah, if caution comes out again, the race will be over.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it very much. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here and click that little bell so you do get the notification when we go live. We do stream every night. Give us a thumbs up on the video and check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com. And follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Yes, Happy New Year to you too. Happy 2019. Boy, it's already the 4th of January. Good Lord. Time's flying by so quick.
Absolutely. All right, we are going to be coming out of turn 3 here very soon. And the question is going to be, as Chris Akers, can he hold off the 48 and the 69? And do those two try to team up and get around him?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Mark Johnson and Harry Tiller team up. Now, Seth Ryder does have a little bit of damage on that right rear corner of his truck, but I really don't think that's going to affect speed any.
No, it shouldn't affect him in the draft at all. If he gets out front, it might hurt him a little bit, but he should be fine behind these guys. All right, pace car is ducking off, and they will bring it through the tri-oval for the last restart of the race.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out, and Chris Akers gets it and going. And the outside line keeps up with him as well. It looks like everybody rolled through it. And Mark Johnson going to try to clear him before turn 1, but not going to make it.
Harry Tiller all over the back of Chris Akers. Trying to push Chris out there. He may try to get out there and jump up in front of Mark Johnson and try to get around Chris Akers. I would think that's probably what he's planning. Guys are switching lanes here. We got a couple of blinkers in there as well. Scott Warren, man, he's blinking like crazy. Man.
Looks like Harry Tiller's thinking about heading to that high side.
Yeah,
but he's
and there
for
you
the line
go.
to
And Chris
run.
Akers going to
And
go right
Chris
with him.
Akers
Oh!
Akers
Chris Akers out of it. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, they're spinning. Yep, they're
Chris
wrecking.
Brown goes around.
And Mark Johnson looks like it's, well, they still have not thrown the yellow.
No, still a lot of drivers spinning out of that, but they all spin to the inside of the track, off the race line. We're still green.
Yes, we are. 4 laps to go. Who's going to win it? Scott Warren. Seth Ryder coming up on the outside, getting a great push there.
By Daniel Jackson. Where's he been all night?
Yeah, he's been just playing it easy here. He's been taking it real easy. Harry Tiller comes up in behind them. Not sure if he wants to go to the high side or the low side, but Scott Warren's still blinking, and that's hurting Mark Jackson right now.
And Seth Ryder's, he's in the lead right now. Is he going to cut down, or is he going to stay up with Jackson there?
It looks like he's going to stay up there for now, because I think that's going to be the place to be for the win. Because the way Mark Jackson is right now, he's not getting any help from Scott Warren on the bottom. Scott's blinking so bad, he's really not much of a help.
Yeah, and not to mention his truck is about a quarter of a car length off of his bumper. If he's going to help him at all, he's got to get right to his nose, right up on his rear.
Well, he's keeping him up there enough to where Seth can't come down. Harry Tiller goes to the bottom. Oh, man, he's not liking what he's seeing right now because of the way Scott Warren's blinking.
Yeah.
Chris Akers trying to make it to the finish line. Seth Ryder.
Ryder's going to lead that lap. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, Scott Warren's really hurting Mark Johnson right now, excuse me. With that blinking, he's not much help on the bottom there with a push. And I'm sure Harry Tiller would probably love to be down there with him, but we might see if all 3 of these guys on the high side can clear that low line, we might see Harry Tiller drop it to the bottom in front of Mark Johnson and maybe take over the lead and pull Mark Johnson around this track. Oh, Scott Warren goes to the outside. Yes, he is. Oh, Mark. And there goes Harry Tiller.
He's going to try to go, but he's going to get blocked.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
1 to go, folks. 1 more lap. Can Harry Tiller bring home the win, or is Seth Ryder going to steal it from him? We haven't seen Seth up front this racy yet tonight. 3 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Let's see how fast this top can be. It's going to be a photo finish at the end, folks.
Oh, that little blink forced Johnson to the outside.
That could help Seth Ryder, and Harry Tiller could wind up losing it side by side.
Off of turn 4 for the last time. They're 3 wide for the lead.
Oh, they're going to get together. No, they get together, and Harry Tiller wins it. Oh, my gosh.
What a finish.
And Scott Warren, I think Scott Warren took second, I think. Gosh. Holy smokes. That was a surprise right there. Total surprise to me. All right, we'll get these guys down here, try to get a word in with them, so hang loose a minute, folks. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Harry Tiller, with an exciting finish there. We didn't even have any idea who was going to win it. 3 wide coming to the line, and a couple of them got together and wrecked out, and you pulled out the win, man. What a job. Tell us about the race out there, Harry, and what this means to you winning here tonight.
Well, it's big for me. This win pretty much solidifies my place in the next round, and it gives me an extra 5-point bonus, so that's good. I didn't do much the whole race. I was just there at the end and just got to racing when it counted and put the truck where it needed to be. And I just got to thank my teammates for helping me get back up there. And yeah, it just went well for me tonight. Apart from the start, everything went perfect.
What we've seen there at the very end, I know a lot of guys were trying to hang Scott out to dry there because he was blinking so bad, but man, he stayed right with it the best that he could. He really wasn't a whole lot of help for Mark Johnson, but when the time came, you did clear all of them and got by them, and we figured that was going to happen, that you were going to try to clear and get in front of Mark Johnson to pull out the win. We figured that. We were talking about it. So, but okay, so now tonight's over. You got Talladega out of the way. Next week, you got Daytona. So you get a maximum amount of points that you could probably get here tonight. And looking at Daytona next week, what do you think you can do to lock up that win next week and put yourself in position to be in that top 8?
Well, next week's really a go for it for me. I mean, I'm pretty sure with the result today, if I just turn up to the next race, I'll go through to the next round. So yeah, for me, it's just to go out, give it my all, run up front the whole race instead of doing my conservative like I did today. And it just gives me a lot more options next week. Just gives me, well, makes it more fun as well. I don't have to worry about the pressure of everyone else in the playoffs trying to beat them. But I'll probably have to try and help some of my teammates out as well. Mark might be okay, but Alex didn't have a very good result tonight, and so I'm going to have to go back and get him up here and try and get him the W. But we'll see. If I can keep doing what I've done the last 2 races, it's going to be really good for me.
Absolutely. Well, who you got to thank for this win? I know you probably got a list of people.
Yeah, well, I've got to thank my team, Alex and Mark, for just working with me, and we're doing good things at the moment. Thanks for Ted for running the league, Jason for doing all the race control. And thanks for everyone for watching, and you guys for commentating. I've not been feeling well lately, that's why I'm not all there tonight. But hopefully next week we come back and repeat. So I'll see you guys later.
All right, thanks, Harry. Congrats again. Go celebrate that win. We'll see you next week at Daytona.
We will do. Thank you.
All right. You got second there, Dwayne?
Yeah, caught up with Scott Warren here. Scott, up and down day for you. You went to the back, almost lost a lap, but like you said, you waited till the right time, used that repair at just the right moment and brought it in second. Want to talk about your race a little bit today?
Oh, man, no, there's nothing to talk about with my race. I have a really bad habit of getting wrecked, getting collected in a wreck by 5th to 10th lap. That's basically been my tradition, and so when I do that, I'm trying to preserve my quick repair. We are down to 1 quick repair now in this league, and that happens. I don't know. It's just bad luck. First of all, I wouldn't have qualified at the back. I wasn't able to run a qualifying lap because for whatever reason, trip paints crashed. I crashed. I was kicked out of the server. Not enough time to run a qual lap, so found myself at the back. Sure enough, in 10 laps, I was wrecked and driving around a car that still had motor but had no aero. So it was all I could do to hang and eat crackers. And it was fun to do an interview whilst eating crackers and drinking red wine. But my guys in Excalibur, it was fun to listen to my guys in the team speak in Excalibur, around up front, make moves, calling out the race, while I just bided my time. And it was really all that I could do. And I really, really hoped that being that far behind, that off pace with a broken truck will put me in a position to avoid all the big mess and be there at the end in the first playoff race. I've been through enough of these to know that I need to just preserve. And I wasn't only battling other drivers tonight, but I was also battling apparently some connectivity issues. I wasn't the only one. There were several other guys that had some issues there. It might have been server, might have been whatever, but everything looked good on my end, but apparently I was blinking like a Pac-Man ghost. So I hate that. I stayed off of everybody because I was reports that were happening. I was even asked to drop back to the end of the line and did that immediately. Complied with Tower and did what I had to do. But man, those last four, you hit those last four, 71 to 75, and it's all bets are off. And the only added element I just needed to stay off guys, and that's what I did. I wanted to make sure everybody had a clean race to the end, and saw where those chips fell. I was pretty content to be a top 5 to 6 finisher, because obviously I had a problem entering tribal there finish, and once again I find myself following the Pental 69 to the checkered flag. It's not the first, second, third, or fourth time I've done that. So, Harry Tiller, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you did a good job keeping it out of trouble, even with the blinking problems there. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, as always, Ted and the team with Manning Electric Super Speedway Series. This has been a savior for a lot of weeks now, and I've enjoyed my time running in this league, and I've enjoyed watching it evolve where it is right now, to being a successful super speedway league with a building and growing reputation of really, really good quality racing. And for those of you checking in for the first, second, or third time, if you're not seeing that, not understanding that, let me tell you, this is some of the best SS racing you're going to see out there. And it's all right here on MaxSpeedTV, so I'm enjoying the heck out of that. I'm enjoying the heck out of running with my brothers in Excalibur, especially, did I just say especially? That's not English. especially my boy Justin in the 1, my boy Daniel away in the 21, my boy Daniel Jackson in the 71. Please God, it'd be the 71, not the 72. Gary Champion in the 18, who's recovering from an ungodly injury, and everybody that's run with us in that room this year, not to be discounted, Mr. Regan Jr., pronounced it with the long E, and Trent there. There's been some other guys throughout the years. Jeff Meyer, who wasn't here tonight, but that's always great. Gotta give a fresh shout out to my fiance, the first time. My fiance, thank you, Carrie, for supporting this. And look forward to man, I'm looking forward to the round of 8, the round of 4, and I'm looking forward to driving the 76 in the championship lane. Boy, I'm going to park it. Here we go.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing it as well. Congratulations on your second place, and good luck in Daytona next week.
Cheers, boys. Thank you. As always, MaxSpeedTV. Hit the sub, hit the like.
Thank you, Scott. All right, we can't catch up with third place here. Mark Johnson, he's unable to come in, but congratulations to Mark. He did slide across the finish line and grab a third place there. So big congrats to him. Hopefully one of these days he does get his mic fixed there and we'll be able to talk to Mark. But again, the top 4 in the chase, or the top 4 that finished here tonight, are all chase drivers. So that's pretty amazing that they've got themselves, in that. All right, let's run down through the results here, folks, and we'll get out of here. Harry Tiller coming home with the win. Scott Warren 2nd. Mark Johnson 3rd. Daniel Jackson 5th. All 4 of them chase drivers. Kevin Spencer finishes 5th place. Jonathan Platt 6th. Seth Ryder will finish 7th. Daniel Holloway 8th. Matt Kleinschmidt 9th, and Trenton Johnson will round out the top 10. Dwayne?
Yep. Chris Brown's going to come bringing home 11th. PJ O'Leary 12th. Taylor McWhirter 13th. Stephen Hersberg is going to be 1 lap down 14th. Eric Green finishes 15th. Ted Manning 16th. Chris Akers 17th. Justin Levine 18th. Jody Burton's going to bring it home 19th, and Alex Heinzler is going to round out the top 20.
All right, Ed Hewitt 21st. Dan Harrington finishes 22nd. Alexander Russell, is 23rd. Chase Galvin 24th. Mitch Beaver 25th, and Brian Neal's first one out of the race will finish 26th position. Again, congratulations to our winner here, Harry Tiller. Folks, we'll be back next week when they head to Daytona. But we'll be back tomorrow night for the LORA race right back here at Daytona International Speedway. So until then, stay safe. Have a good night.